Hey guys, it's Allie from the blog Hang Gathered Home, and today let's talk about this wreath makeover. This wreath had the most hideous red puffy ribbon on it when I bought it, but I just wanted a plain green wreath to use as a starting point to totally transform it and make it into something really pretty and kind of realistic looking. So that is what I did. So I'm going to take you guys along on the process and show you guys how I took this really ugly thrift store wreath and made it into a really pretty Christmas wreath that I think people would pay a lot of money for. If you're new to my channel, I would love if you would subscribe down below and hit the bell while you're at it so you're notified every time I post a new video. With all that said, let's jump into it. So I started out with this really basic wreath, and I basically just wanted to update it. It looks really cheap right now, I think, and just kind of not even shaped very well. So I went ahead and bought some of these realistic looking stems, and I'm just going to lay it out here how I want to arrange it, and then I will attach everything. I bought these pine looking stems from the thrift store actually, and I thought they looked pretty realistic, so I went ahead and got those. I think I paid $4.99 for 3 of them, and then I grabbed some cedar stems and those other stems that you see in the video that I did not end up using. I grabbed those at Hobby Lobby today. So I am just going to start working these things in. I'm using some floral wire, which I have linked in the description below. I have also linked everything else that you need in order to do this project. I linked a wreath that's similar to the one I started with in case you can't find one that works for you at your thrift store. I also linked the stems that are similar to what I'm using. They're not exact as I bought mine in person and at the thrift store. I linked some floral wire so you can use that to attach, and then I couldn't find a ribbon similar to the one that I'm using, so I did just get a little bit different one that I linked for you guys, and I think it's super cute as well. Really, you can use any type of ribbon, but you'll notice at the end it really just adds a lot to add a bow to the wreath rather than just leaving it blank. So I'm using my floral wire and my wire cutters to piece together this wreath. I'm kind of sticking the stems into the form of the wreath to keep them in place, and then from there I am just using a short piece of floral wire to attach it. I'm actually really happy with the way that this is turning out. I was kind of nervous ahead of time because I just wanted to make sure that it looked real and cute. I didn't really love these leaves as they just didn't really look super realistic, so I did go ahead and cut those out with my wire cutters, and I just got rid of those so that it looks more realistic. I'm just going to kind of fluff it so that it looks more full. So here I'm going to take my cedar stems and I am going to attach them where I want them. I kind of just did every other stem going in the same direction. So I did the fake pine stems first, and then I'm going to put the cedar stems in between the pine stems. And again, I'm attaching them with my floral wire, which is really easy to work with. So now that I have all my stems attached, I'm going to add in some pine cones. I just thought it would add a really natural, realistic look, and I really am happy that I did that because it really did just add so much to the wreath. So you'll notice I just kind of stuck the wire in between the pine cone all the way around and then tightened it so that it would hold it in place. I could have also probably hot glued it, but I didn't really want to get out my hot glue gun when I already had the wire out. So I did just wrap the wire around it, twist it a couple times, and then I just attached it the same way that I attached the stems to the wreath. And there you have it. And then here I'm just going to create a ribbon real fast. I just tied a knot first, and then I just created a bow, and I just kind of worked with it to keep that middle piece looking decent, and then I just kind of adjusted it from there. I put a piece of wire through the back so that I can attach it to the wreath, and I'm really happy that I did this. I was going to get a red ribbon, but I'm really glad I went neutral because it just feels wintry as well, so I don't have to replace it after Christmas. I can just leave it out all winter. I hope you guys found that video so helpful, and I hope you're inspired to go find your own thrift store wreath to give a total makeover to. This project was not only cheap, but super simple and easy. Definitely something a beginner could do without a problem. So with all that said, thanks so much for watching. We will see you guys next time.